Well, hey guys, we're about to start in a minute. I'm really happy to see over 600. Um, yeah, so cool. Okay, let's add our speakers, and we're about to start like 1 minute or 2 minutes max. Yeah. I'm really happy to start our today's session, and I think we're good to go. So, yeah, hello to everyone, and welcome to today's session. What's hot, what's not? I'm Alona, your host, and today we have two incredible guests with us. It's Itai Azaretti, founder of Ecotrader, and Alexander Markin is the CEO of AYDO. But before we dive into today's our hot topics and so on, I think let's ask our guests to introduce themselves and their project. Okay, guys, I think we can start with the Itai. Could you start by like introducing Trader, like shortly, briefly, and what you're working on? Just remind our audience. Yeah, sorry, I just noticed that. Um, I think I gave you. Yep, I gave you the. Oop. 1 second, guys. Sorry, we just have some technical. Yep, you're good to go. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Thank you for having me again. As we talked before, EcoTrader is an RWA platform. We are tokenizing renewable energy, actual solar farms, actual battery storage facilities. We offer direct access to the underlying asset, basically your entrance card to the energy sector.
That was fast. Thank you so much. Yeah. What else we can say, right? Energy is energy. Thank you, Ty. And yeah, today we have one more guest. It's a really new project for us, for our community. And yeah, let's welcome Alexander. Please, can you tell us a bit more about IDO, maybe its mission? What are you guys doing actually?
Sure. We are helping users who want to participate in the DePIN sector to get in cheaper. So basically, we help to connect third-party IoT devices and generic sensors and generic hardware and to stream the data to whoever wants to buy it. So can be DePIN projects, AI models, enterprise, whatever.
So you are literally like providing a data for project.
Um, in a way, so we both a connectivity infrastructure, so you can participate in DePIN without the need to buy expensive hardware. You can buy again whatever is available locally. And secondly, we match you with data buyers and you can look what they're offering. And if you like the deal, you can do the data stream.
That's pretty interesting. Well, okay, we will get deeper later on. Yeah, and our classic sessions, we're starting with some latest buzz in the market. Honestly, this is my favorite part, and I will bring up some intriguing stories, and there are something happened last 24 hours. Let's discuss it. So the first one, it's a Trump, Musk, and Bezos meeting. What is actually sounds even crazy. I mean, crazy from the positive part, and it's really promising. And President-elect Trump and Elon Musk are set to meet Amazon founder, like we all know, Jeff Bezos, tonight. And me personally, I'm seeing it as a some real activity that we might feel the effect like within a few days. So let's start with Alexander. What do you like think about it? Maybe you have some ideas or opinion that you would like to share about this. Maybe age meeting, you know.
Uh, Honestly speaking, if Bezos was the one like who got invited separately, then it's probably going to be a conversation about tariffs and Amazon being pretty much like a shipping company when it comes to US, as well as the marketplace. I think it's definitely a good thing that businesses having more like having honest conversations and open conversations with U.S. government. I mean, we're at AYDO are more towards the market approach. So when it comes to tariffs, really we don't have a stake there. But I think it's good when at least the
Wow.
conversations are happening.
Okay, it's not inspiring you that much. Okay, let's ask Itai. Itai, tell me please, does it inspire you somehow?
Well, yeah, maybe more in a political sense, they are from opposite sides of the map, but there's definitely room for for some kind of collaboration or integration. I think that's it is kind of showing that this administration is more business oriented and making a deal oriented, and I'm not sure it will affect directly the Web3 world, but it may. I think it's too early to say.
Yeah. Well, but me personally, okay, we will see, guys. We will see. We will keep this topic in our chat, I believe. But I don't know. For me, it's like exactly like Web3 move. But maybe I'm wrong. But maybe, very maybe. Okay, but look. Also, according like together with this news that they're meeting and so on, and we know like last 48 hours, I believe the huge amount of Bitcoin like assets were liquidated, and like right now, Bitcoin has like last 24 hours, Bitcoin has fallen under 100K. What is actually, I think all the experts were saying that it won't drop under that like anymore. It will just grow. And yeah, they were convinced about it, but what we see, it's really like still same, like not stable probably. So, what is your take? Alexander, do you have any idea about that?
I mean, honestly speaking, for me, Bitcoin is more like the gold and driven by supply and demand. I don't see it as a stable coin, so the fluctuations kind of expected.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay, but I mean, we're all saying that the Bitcoin is like, the daddy of all the altcoins and so on, and it's like having a big effect on the market itself. So, but we never know. We're just predicting, and I believe if after 1 year we will listen our sessions, we will see who has the best prediction skills. So it's probably you have something to add. What do you think? Like, is it okay? Like, we're going stable or?
Honestly, I mean, if you take a look at the previous cycles, I mean, you made some money, you probably want to reduce the risk and take at least some of the profits with you. I mean, if you made 3 times your money, you can wait a little, but unlikely you're going to make another 3x multiple unless it goes to 300,000 soon. So it makes sense to take profits, and I think some of those profits may go to altcoin, but again, no predictions here.
Okay, let's see down. But uh I will be brave enough to say that actually like we're discussing also with our team and so on, and well, I don't know, inside in our just this small community, we're really believing that by the like second quarter of 2025, we're about to reach 150 grand, hopefully. But no one knows. That's true, no one knows. And well, the one more news that really drive me crazy, absolutely, and just because it's funny, and we literally discussed it about four weeks ago on our session, and that's pretty funny. Like the Deutsche Bank, like German one, with the valuation like 1.5 trillion, is building this L2 blockchain, layer 2 blockchain on Ethereum right now. That was Bloomberg saying to us. But what is actually hilarious is that German government decision was to sell 50K bitcoins at 54K price, and it was costing them like 2.4 billions that they just missed their profit. And yeah, I think this is the best example of how you should to really keep calm. Even governments making this form of moves. This is fun. Alexander, what do you think about it?
I mean, again, my perspective is it may go up to 150 It's just a matter if you bought like a 30, you probably want to take at least some profits, just, since they're already there. But outside of that, I think there is still some room for growth. So yeah.
Okay, so Itai, what about you? Did you have fun when you were reading this news by German government? And I mean, who we are when we are saying that, like traders and just simple people are really worrying about the loose. So, and we see this example. I don't know. For me, it was like real fun. What did?
Well, yeah. Well, you need to consider that people who are coming from the traditional sector, they see a 50% increase as very good. For them, they see it as a crazy win. So even if they do just 50% and it is within a year or so, that is a win for them. Obviously, if you've been around in the cryptoverse long enough, you could expect more. But that's part, I think, of the reasoning behind that, and something that we should start expecting. Let's call them the mini dumps by more traditional asset managers that did their 12 or 15%, and they are very happy. They can show their
Right,
bosses they did a great job. So
right.
yeah, I think it's part of the process of adoption.
Okay, I never think from this way. Like for me, it's just a big lose. That's all. Like I never considered from the different angles. But you are right. Definitely, of course, for the classic model, this is a huge win. Yeah, thank you. That was a that was a good idea. Now it's a bit more clear because like like 4 weeks ago when I read it, I was like, really? I mean, such a dumb move. But yeah, now I got their point. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys. Yeah, we're on the top of the wave of the marketing sites, and I really love that. So, and I think we are good to talk about a little about the projects itself. And I would yeah, just let's start with the idol. Me personally, I've found that project very like interesting, and as I understood, it's linked with the DePIN, what is my favorite technology so far. And yeah, Alexander, are you ready to answer some questions from Gagarin team?
Absolutely.
Yeah, great. Okay, so well, the first one, let's cover in general, like what is in general, like which challenges does AYDO addresses to this DePIN sector, and how does it provide like some innovative solutions, or which value it can add it?
Sure. So the biggest problem of DePIN is that it doesn't make much economic sense to do DePIN streaming. And the reason for that is before you can get into the most of DePINs, you will have to buy a hardware from those companies. The hardware is usually priced between $200 to more than $1,000. And as a result, the payback period is usually decades, if not more. You also solely rely on just the ecosystem you are streaming to. So meaning that you bought a hardware, you can only stream to that particular project that sold you that hardware. So the whole thing is has its challenges. And what we do is basically allow users to connect third-party devices that are usually priced again 5 to 20 times cheaper and stream the data to multiple DePIN projects. So the users can choose who they share data with and what tokens and rewards they like to get for their data.
Oh, so am I right? Like mostly AYDO is still focused on a B2B sector, right? Like you're interested, like generally in a product that might integrate your solution in their DePIN products, right?
Not quite. So basically, it's both B2B and B2C. So we have to balance the relationship between the data streamer, who obviously wants to get as much rewards as he can for his data, and the relationship with the data buyer. So the data buyer can be a DePIN project, it can be enterprise, it can be AI models. So for us, the goal is to balance supply and demand and help both parties win, because the users again will benefit and the projects will benefit if the whole thing doesn't cost so much. Like,
Okay, yeah. That's clear. So, yeah, I understood. Your solution just let into like giving the opportunity to make it easier way and probably like more economical one as well for the products. That is cool. That is cool. I think it's very valuable. That's great. Thank you so much for your answer. And well, what is interesting? Like, you know, if we're talking about the collaborations, like probably our community or people who will be interested in AYDO might be interested if there are any like notable collaborations with AYDO that working right now currently. Like maybe we can jump in some product and just see how your solution works in there.
sure. So we're currently having a closed beta test, but towards the end of the year, beginning of the next, we plan to do the open beta, so you can come on board and test out the app and try to do some data streaming. We have collaborations with Veru, 375 AI, Mysterium VPN, Axon, and also one more AI model we're in the process of signing MOU. So there are different projects with different niches. So it's Wi-Fi sharing, VPN solution, camera streaming, and on-demand data streaming. And this is kind of to give you an idea that when you join us, you basically get a pool of different projects. You can see what is feels attractive to you, what projects look promising, and you can easily start streaming to them without the need to go separately one to another.
Oh, this is interesting. Oh, okay. So maybe now I will understand. Like I'm just trying to understand like for myself, you know, like easier way. So may we call AYDO as a marketplace that providing this additional solution for DePIN
Again,
products?
a connectivity infrastructure and a data stream marketplace. Yes, that would be correct.
Cool. Okay, you said a beta test. So on which stage is your product right now?
Beta test. So we're
Oh,
running.
okay.
So we're basically
Yeah.
running a closed beta. So we had applicants who wanted to join, and roughly a couple weeks from now, we want to do an open beta test, so anybody can come in and give it a try. So yeah.
Okay, so open beta test, it's interesting. Then let's maybe share about a little with our community, like probably when they can await. Or first of all, guys, yeah, everyone who is listening us, like jump right now in either social medias and I love beta tests, and this is the thing where you can give your opinion. You can jump in the project as an early bird. I'm sure that you guys providing some rewards for the early birds, or
So we can give roles for early birds, but we're trying to be careful with wording when it comes to anything related to token or airdrops. Again, we know the industry, but no open promises. Just you can
sure.
join, get the role. The roles will be rewarded, and I'll leave it as that.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Alexander,
Sure.
for sharing with us the idea of AYDO, its value, and I bet that it might be very interesting for not just for B2B sector, but as well for B2C. I think, yeah, thank you so much. We will back to AYDO a bit later because we've got some questions from our community that just stayed under the post, and we're picking some of the most sweet ones. Yeah, and let's switch our gears a bit to Ecotrader. Yeah. So, I'm really excited about your project. Really, after our last call, I've been exploring a lot, and the idea of real world asset is also like I really love DePIN and real world assets because these things like having the value that you can, let's say, touch, sort of, right? So, Itai, I have one question to you. Why energy? Like, what made you choose this focus on for Ecotrader?
Right. So, yeah, basically, it is something that is almost transparent to us, but energy is the underlying asset beneath everything we do nowadays. Especially in the last year, we've been witnessing this entire AI craze, and every other project is AI. We are fully connected. Everything is inherently electrified. We wake up, we look at our phone, we turn on the light, and everything is basically power, but there is no access to that energy, right? There's no access to the energy sector. So you, as an everyday guy, it is entirely transparent to you. So we thought about a way to basically grant access to everyone to take part in the.
Oh, you a bit disappeared. It's okay, we're waiting for you. It was in a moment that everyone can right now grab a part of energy for themselves.
Right, right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, basically democratizing this small part of the energy sector, which is huge. It's a huge pool, and power demand is due to double itself really soon, especially now with all the adoption of artificial intelligence popping up everywhere. We forget that the compute power needed for that is huge, and the power demand is going to scale up dramatically. And we wanted to be a part not only in creating a little space for ourselves in the energy sector, but also be a facilitator for this shift towards more sustainable practice and green energy. So we're offering basically an entrance card. The entrance barrier to the energy sector is really high. You need very specific knowledge. You need very deep pockets, and it's similar to DePIN, only in larger scale. We won't need you to buy a couple of solar panels. We'll build bigger project, and we'll just fractionalize them. And you, as the end user, will be able to pick your volume or the size that you want to partake in it.
Yeah, I remember. Let's remind for our community, because for me the key idea that I can be sort of a holder of some real world asset energy through Ecotrader with just couple hundred of bucks. Do I remember it right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Cool. Yeah. So this fractional thing really, I mean, it's given the opportunity for everyone. You are right. Like if like years ago, if you want to deal with any sort of energy, or I mean, this are big guys only doing with the really huge capitals and so on. And yeah, I'm really so happy that this decentralization bringing us these opportunities for everyone. You don't need to be special to deal with that.
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you, Itai. And well, what is in this case? Can you please tell me also, like, not even to me, like to our users, to make them really understand, like what like Ecotrader offers for their users, and this is first, and secondly, like what sets you apart from competitors? Actually, do you have any competitors? I think you don't.
Well, actually, there are a few of these
Okay.
kind of projects popping up, and they all have a little twist on them. Our twist is that we're coming from a more traditional background, so we are the actual developer of the project. So we'll be owning our own solar fields, and we'll develop additional projects, and that way there's no intermediary between the asset and the end user, which brings us to what we offer to the end user. Basically, direct exposure to the asset. No, we're not just a middleman. We are the holder of the asset, and we are the tokenizing entity. So basically, you get the direct access to the revenue from the project without anyone taking your cut.
This is great. This is great. Yeah, you're just making this way, right, from purchasing to, let's say, earning. very short, right? And without any additional cuts on its way. What all we want, right? I mean, it feels like this is the main idea of decentralization. Make it a bit more free for everyone, right? Yeah,
Well,
that's
the
cool.
idea is just to open, to open the door. Obviously, some people in this space have deeper pockets but don't have the expertise, and some don't have both. But the idea is to even the playing field just a bit. We are talking about a huge market, so we'll have to start somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Yeah, and I think it's not that difficult to understand the idea that you're just buying solar panel, right? And it's clear from where, let's say, your income comes from. So I mean, that's pretty good. And what I notice, and like again for me personally, when I'm checking the projects, or I'm trying to understand the value of the project. It's really cool thing that you guys came from Web 2. Like, I mean, it's giving some like double awareness, probably. What is really cool, really cool. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, you say.
No, it's all right. I just wanted to thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So yeah, thank you so much for your answers, guys. And as I said, we have one more part of our session where we can know more about your projects and so on. And we've selected 3 top questions submitted by the community. And we are gonna ask them from you. Let's start with the AYDO. Okay. There is a Trison. Thank you for your question. All the best questions are always rewarded. And yeah, here we go. The question is, what are the question to Alexander? Okay. What are the key factors that set AYDO apart from other platforms in terms of AYDO due diligence and project evaluation within the Web3 domain?
Okay, so first, there are not that many aggregators when it comes to DePIN. When it comes to DePINs that are focused on the data gathering, I don't know any. So there are some aggregators for the computational DePINs, but our niche is again data. So that's first. Second is because we deal with data and hardware, it's only makes sense for projects to join us if they have an economics around the data. Because we talk to a ton of the DePINs, and roughly 30 to 40% of the time, the conversation comes down to, are you like planning to make money out of hardware sales or the data? And when we hear that, no, we're only going to make money out of the hardware, or that's the main revenue line, going forward, it's not our client. So as for the user, basically when we have a project on board, at least theoretically, we did check that they have a business behind their tokenomics and behind the data. Secondly, when we do MOUs, we have ability to check their legal entity and talk to the team itself to see are they legit or not. Again, we're not giving any promises about them, but at least initially we have this filtering.
Okay, this is important. I think as far as you're working with the products, like projects, and you're offering them to the audience, like being selective. I'm really happy to hear that your guys selective. Well, let's be honest, because nowadays there are heaps of projects, right, that like we cannot be sure about. There's some legal aspects and so on. And being selective in a Web3 nowadays, it's something that crucial, and that is affecting a lot on your brand, your reputation, and actually the life of the project. Yeah, thank you so much,
Sure.
Alexander. That was pretty deep question. That I'm happy that we are not giving this empty promises. Everything is very structured. Thank you. Okay, and we got one question from Jimmy to Itai, and here here is the question. In what ways does Ecotrader status as a pioneering memcoin project influence its approach to Ecotrader community building and engagement? And what role does humor, irony, and playfulness play in shaping the project's brand and identity? That's a bit interesting question, Itai, if you're able to answer it.
I'll try, 'cause since I do accept the fact that on the face of it, it's a bit old school, boring business, and we need to liven it up a bit. It actually came up with other interviews as well, and definitely having thought about that. We are aiming to create a sort of almost gamified addition to the platform. Will be able to engage users more. But on the basis of it, we need to kind of keep in touch with the basics of it, which is basically you'll be able to take part in the project. So we'll be able to add some additional features that will make it a little more gamified. Definitely not memified, but since we are a bit old school and coming from Web 2, but definitely the engagement part aspect is something that has been brought up both externally and internally, and definitely that will be a next step.
Yeah, but you know what? Classic but timeless. Let don't say old, or we can say old but gold. Yeah, like let's stop on it for a bit, because no one turning down like very vintage petrol and gas, right? So,
Exactly.
so I mean, some things no, like I'm sure there is like some exact audience that won't be interested in any gamification added to the, uh, I mean, something, something is what is real value in the world. Like just like a joke, like I'm sure that no one even understanding the value of just simple electricity. Like, no one experienced to live even one day without it. Just imagine
Exactly.
yourself one day without electricity. Everything is gone. Like maybe a year ago, I had some problems like on my street, whatever. My fridge died. All my electronic devices ran out of charge. Like, and you are like, handless. This is true, but we're not thinking about it in reality before we made this.
Yeah, that's part of the issue. It's entirely transparent. Both two are everyday lives, but also in terms of our engagement. Real estate is very straightforward. Everybody understands a house, but electricity is so a part of our everyday life. We ignore it entirely. So that's
Right.
that's
And
part of the point. Yeah,
what is your real estate without electricity? Excuse me.
exactly. You'll
So
be
yeah.
you'll be searching yourself definitely.
Right. Yeah, thank you. This is really very nice answer, and I like that you're protecting your position of being serious and being a real world asset. This is a different thing. Like, who wants mem coins? They go mem coins. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you,
sure.
thank you, Jimmy, for the question. Thank you, Itai, for answer. Okay, and I have one more question actually for both of you guys, but we will start with Alexander. It's a question from Vesta Cryptos. Thanks for the question, and I'm reading. So, both of your projects are focused on improving trading experience. What is true? How do you see the role of artificial intelligence and sustainability shaping the future of trading? And what unique contributions do each of your platform brings to this evolution? Mhm. I think it's clear.
Well, trading, probably not necessarily, because we're not a trading platform. The closest equivalent would be an auction place. So the benefits we do bring, though, is ability to confirm apples to apples. So if somebody wants specific type of data from you, or at least if there is a multiple different projects, you can look exactly if their offer is competitive or not. if anybody is willing to pay more for the data from your specific location. So I would say that would be the benefit. If we go a little outside and look at the AI level, AI needs data. Most of the AIs currently are focused on financial data in the crypto world, but if you look at analytics in general, if you look at traditional financial analytics, a lot of factors play a role. Can be sentiments of traders, can be even weather. So we can provide the data for whatever analytics or AI you may have. So in that way, we enhance the ways to do analysis and do predictions on the market.
Okay, thank you, Alexander. That's absolutely I'm absolutely agreed with you, and it's that's fair enough. What about your take, Itai? What do you think about it? Like, are you planning to use some IE, or how it will affect?
Well, we consider ourselves more as the backbone of that. Obviously, there are some application for AI. It's everywhere, so we'll be able to onboard it as an advisor or to get your best pick or the best pick for you. But basically, we are not an AI project. We are the facilitators of that. So again, everything on the bottom line is energy, and AI especially requires a lot of energy. Just the computing power. We are definitely supporting AI because it is due to bring us more business on the face of it. But the integration will be more, playful as an advisor
Mm-hmm.
or support and such.
Oh, this is cool. Yeah, I've seen lots of like sort of, um, they call it chat. Well, like this artificial intelligence for helping you, like your friend, something like that, right?
Well, yeah, as a chat, as an advisor, or I want to
Cool.
spend such and such. What would be the best way to go about it? So yeah, definitely there are some aspects that can be integrated. Again, it's everywhere, and as we speak, it's evolving. So in the next few years, we'll be seeing more and more functionalities being performed by AI that we have not imagined yet. So I'm sure there'll be some part of it that we can onboard to the platform. Which will
On board on the platform, and you're a bit disappeared. It was important part. On board to the platform, and you're
Yeah, and make it a little more user friendly, and
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
like you said, not boring one, right?
exactly.
That is fine. Yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you so much, guys. For your ideas, for your opinion. I really appreciate it, and I think it was pretty interesting. So yeah, Itai and Alexander, thanks again. I think we're good actually to wrap up our session. I thought it was super incredibly interesting, and me personally, I've got lots of insights, and I want to thank our community for tuning in, for engaging. For such a great questions. I like that they're always a bit on them, like sharp ones. So yeah, it's not just simple. We'll have to add some intrigue, maybe a little. But before we close, guys, do you either of you have any final thoughts or announcements, or let's do it just by one, sorry. So Alexander, what would you like to say to our community, or maybe to Itai as well?
Well, I would suggest to check out our website, which is AYDO.ai. I think what we do is very exciting, and what I love about our project, we're not fully Web 3, I would say. We're more like Web 2.5. And the 2.5 part means that we are also targeting enterprise and big businesses and big tech to purchase data sets. And what that means is we're looking for buyers for your data. So this is an exciting opportunity to participate and potentially, make some additional either rewards or income or whatever else through the DePIN streaming. I think this is a silent revolution happening here, and don't miss it out.
Yeah, thank you guys for bringing a revolution. This is a great thing. Thank you, Alexander. I really I'm sure that IDO gonna grow, and yeah, your idea definitely is something that valuable nowadays, and something that Web3 needs right now. So Itai, what about you? What would you like to say to our community, or maybe to Alexander?
Yeah, first of all, to Alexander, I think, like, way to go for another project integrating actual functionalities into the Web3. I think it's long overdue. And I think that that's where we headed, and that's why I think Ecotrader has such potential. Basically, a lot of those very speculative coins will maybe get you a return, but and then you need to what will you do with your profits? What will you do in crypto winter? And we're offering a way to hedge yourself and to basically secure a part of those revenues on something that is profitable and sustainable and long term. So check us out. We'll be doing another sale on Alpha Launch in 2 days. So stay tuned, and should be live soon. So show some love in the socials, and we'll be awarding you with the access to the early projects as soon as we are launched. And looking forward to seeing you with us.
Well, yeah, that's great, and I like your idea about the crypto winter. So it's like prepare for crypto winter when it's still summer. Think in advice. This is great. Okay, this is good. How to say, advice, right? Advice to our community. Yeah, because probably crypto gives us all this vibe. Do it right now, right? Think only about today, something like that. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, well, when you're going for meme coins, you never risk 100% of your portfolio, right? You always have a certain percentage for.
A little bit disappeared. A certain percentage of something stable, right?
Yeah, so
I
we're on
can
the other
get
side of the spectrum. You can allocate a certain percentage of your portfolio to something that is stable, to something that is sustainable, and that can, basically be resilient to the bear market and the crypto winter.
Cool. I love this. I love this idea. So, yeah, no more anxiety, right? For users.
For as much part of the portfolio that you're willing. Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Okay. Thank you, guys. That was absolutely awesome as usual. And I think that's a wrap for today's our session. And stay tuned for more exciting discussions. And thanks to our community, thanks to you guys, thanks to Itai, thanks to Alexander. I'm sure we will meet soon again. And have a great week. And it's Christmas coming. So happy coming Christmas to everyone.
Happy holidays, guys. Thank you for having us.
Happy holidays.
Thank you guys. Bye bye.
Bye bye.